Good morning, boys and girls. We are back for story read 3 of The Puddle Pail by Eliza Clevens. Now, if you remember, story read 3 means it is your turn to tell the story. I know that's kind of hard with you being at home and I'm at my house, but we will make it work. All right, so The Puddle Pail. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you what's happening. I will wait. You can tell the story to mom and dad or just tell it to me and then we'll keep going. So what's happening on this first page? Yeah, so Ernest and Saul heading to the beach. Saul loves to collect things. Ernest likes to build things. And then what happens? Right. Saul is telling his brother all about the things that he likes to collect and what he should be collecting. He tells him about his rock collection, his string collection, his feather collection. And that he should collect things in all different colors, shapes, and sizes. And then he finds a rubber band that he should add to his collection. Great job. What are they doing on this page? They're looking at the clouds. Ernest sees the different shapes in the clouds, how the seahorse and the flowers, and the snake puffs up into a dragon, and the rabbit curls into a ball. Oh, and Ernest would love to collect clouds. But what does Saul tell him? Right, there's no way he could collect clouds, to collect something else. So what does Ernest think of next that he could collect? Right, stars. What does Saul tell him about stars? Right, they're too far away, and they're too hot, and they're too big. So what else does he suggest? Starfish or star cookies? Sugar cookies with frosting, or chocolate cookies with sprinkles, or cherry cookies with toasted nuts. And that makes them hungry. Great job remembering. Oh, so then what happens? Something really catches Saul's eye. What is it? The bottle cap. But that's not what Ernest sees. What does Ernest see instead? The puddle. And so what does he want to collect? Puddles. And what does Saul think about that idea? No, you're right. He doesn't think that Ernest can collect puddles. And what does Ernest think about that? Yeah, he tells Saul they're not too far away, they're not too big, and they're not too hot. So then what does he start doing? He starts scooping them into his pail. So as Saul heads down to the beach to collect real things, as he says, what does Ernest do? He heads up to collect puddles. And what kind of puddles does he collect? Yep. He has found a purple puddle. We have a striped puddle and a flowered puddle, a diamond puddle, and a puddle full of squares. And what other kind of puddles does he find? A gumball puddle, a broom puddle, and one looks like an Easter egg. One with a wheel, and one with a pretzel. And what else? One with lemons and words. And what does he do while he's scooping all these puddles? He sings a song. Splish, splash. What happens when Ernest and Saul get back together? Yes, Saul shows Ernest all the things he collected. And what did he collect? He collected 12 seashells, 8 feathers, 9 little rocks, 3 clumps of seaweed, 1 marble, half a nutshell, a plastic dinosaur without a head. And what does Ernest say that he collected? He has a pail full of puddles. And what does Saul think of that puddle? He thinks it's just water. And now it looks like an Ernest and Saul puddle. And what happens next? They are heading home. And Ernest is going to find something to do with his puddles. What happens happening over here? Yes, the colors in Ernest's puddle are changing. From gold to pink. It's like there are fish in the bucket. His pail. And then what happens? There are stars and a moon in his pail. And what happens the next day when Ernest gets up? Yes, there was a dog drinking out of his puddle pail. And then what does Ernest do with the rest of his water? The rest of his puddle pail? He paints a dog and some clouds and some stars and many, many puddles. And then what happens? Saul comes back and he shows Ernest the new things that he collected. His flowers and his acorns, some leaves. And Ernest shows Saul everything that he painted with his collection, his puddle collection. And then what do Ernest and Saul decide to do? They decide to collect blackberries. And then maybe on the way they'll find some pennies, pine cones, and gum wrappers. And what else do they find? A shadow. And they tried to collect that, but what happened? The butterfly flew away. Did they collect blackberries? They did. What else did they do with them? Filled their bellies. Good. Okay, so I have a question for you for story read 3. So this question is going to relate to you. I want to know, do you have a collection? If there's something that you collect, that you have a lot of. If you don't, what would you like to collect? Oh, it could be, I have a collection of little cat statues. I love cats. And so I have some little cat statues at my house that my mom and dad bought me when I was little. So do you have something that you collect at home? And if you don't, what would you like to collect? You can talk to your moms and dads or whoever's home with you about it. So it's good seeing you guys again. I'll see you next time for a different story. Bye.